What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another stream. Man, I hope you guys all had an awesome day. Fantastic new comic book day. Today is May the 4th. May it be with you. No, I'm not even a Star Wars fan, man. I'm not up to date with like anything for Star Wars, but I've had people messaging me that shit all day, and I just had to say it to you guys too. Man, I hope you guys are all having a good day. What's up, everybody? We got Coin Collector in the house, Kaiser, Dr. Cosmos, John Spilios, John Dayton, Lyle, Bone Factory, Kevin O'Shea. What's good, everybody? And everybody else in the chat right now, what's up? What's up? Dynamite. Hope you guys were able to get all of your books. My shop, I missed out on a few this week, so I had to read them digitally. They got it on order for me, though. I had to read Shazam. I got it right here. Shazam, Peacemaker, Where Monsters Lie, and Junk Rabbit. I had to read those all digitally, but I got them all in order. Not the DC ones. Those I just read digitally because I'm not really collecting DC. But here's some of the other bomb ones we got today. We got Radiant Black from Image, F This Place, issue number 8, Hairball, Monomyth, the brand new one from Mad Cave Studios, Lamentation, brand new one from Oni Press, then Survival, new one from Dark Horse, Star Signs, brand new one from Image, Almighty, yeah, I continued on with the series, and then Lonely, one Marvel book this week. We got Venom and Moon Knight. You know, it's a Moon Knight series, issue number 23, but it's pretty much a team-up issue. What's up, everybody? Alex in the house, K-Bar in the house, Mets fan, Sean Ali. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I'm really excited to talk about these comics with you guys. If you are new to the streams, as always, I'm going to be reviewing all of these books. I usually go through Marvel, DC kind of first, and then I make my way through the indies, and then at the end of the video, I bring up the tier maker, and we rank all the books. So we've got, what does it look like, 13 today? So 4, 8, 12, yeah, 13 books. I still missed out on, I think, a few. I did say I was going to be... So I did say I was going to have all the black box comics read. I was a little, I thought I was going to be able to do it. It turns out I couldn't. I did read 4 of them though. And sadly I don't actually have them next to me. I forgot them, but I ended up reading, it's like Dr. Wilder, IT, and there's a couple other ones. I'll tell you what, Black Box Comics, they're off to a really good start. I'm really excited to check out some of the other ones. Oh, it's like Big and Little. I think that was the other one that I read. Good stuff. All right, let's check out what everybody's got to say, too. Bone Factory, only here for 30 minutes because I got to head to work. Man, well, I appreciate you popping in, hanging out. And I don't know if you guys caught it. This one's obviously at 6 o'clock. I think going forward, I'm going to be doing all my streams at 6 o'clock as well. A little bit more of an open schedule, and I think 6 o'clock works better with my time frame, so I hope it works better with yours too. Sean Ali digging the show while we're... Oh, man, you're at work too, man. I appreciate you popping in. Missed down Star Wars 34. My shop didn't have any of those. Coin Collector, no giveaway tonight, my friend. I had 4 titles I picked up, enjoyed them all. Awesome, Dynamite. Which ones did you get? Bone Factory, hope Star Signs does well. It sounds interesting, and the artist is... Oh, that's cool. Kansas City local. William, what's up, buddy? What else we got? How's everyone's Carnage week? I was going to crack a joke and say I got all the Carnage... I was actually, for the thumbnail, I was debating on putting all the Carnage books in the thumbnail with what I say, like, must read these books or whatever I put there. I was debating on putting all the Carnage ones, but I didn't read any of them this week. I was just going to do it as a joke. That's the only one shop in my town. Missed down Shazam. Well, we're going to be talking about Shazam. I'll probably start off with DC, mainly because I don't have them physical. I only have them digital. On my way to B-dubs. Oh, Guardians tonight, man. I hope you enjoy it, Henny. Texas Snake, what's up, buddy? Moon Knight, Groot, Junk Rabbit. Here comes Calico. How was Groot? I didn't pick up Groot. I heard Groot was pretty good, too. I saw what K-Bar said. LMAO, I actually skipping every card. Yeah, I skipped all that crap. I'm not buying it. This was all. I'll tell you what. Before we get into these books, so I can't speak on DC because, like I said, I don't remember. I don't know what they cost, but I think they were all $4.99 each for the DC books. Look at this crap though. Outside of the Image titles, we got Hairball issue 2 for $6. How much was Monomyth? Monomyth was $5. Lamentation was $7. Survival's 4, 4, 4, and then 4. But yeah, it was a pretty expensive week, I'll tell you. I think that's the reason I didn't grab Groot, because I think that was a $5 book too. And I always talk about this, it's only like an extra $1 for a lot of these books, but look at this. I only grabbed 10, 12, 13 books, but those few bucks add up. It was like an extra $10 or $12 that I ended up spending this week, more than usual. So it's getting ridiculous with that crap. Let's see. Light Week only grabbed 6. Blair at work listening. Man, Blair, what's going on, buddy? Glad you could pop in for a bit. Hard to justify taking a shot then. John, that's how I feel with this. Even though it is an extra, yeah, like Kbar just said, when every book's an extra $1, that becomes the new baseline price. That's what it is they all are just starting to casually raise their price just a little bit more. And I feel like they're gauging what will people spend on these books. Like Lamentation, that was a lot of money. I'm obviously going to be reviewing it in a bit, but if they continue to be $7 each, I'm not going to be continuing on with that series. I don't care how good it is. I'll read it all at once when it comes out or something like that. Totally agree, Kaiser. The paper quality on Hairball, between the cover and the paper itself, I feel like it does justify a $6 price tag. However, the book itself doesn't really justify that to me. But at least it is a better quality than a lot of the other stuff. But, all right. I don't want to keep wasting your time. I want to jump right into this for you folks. So if you are new, like I said, I'm going to be getting all the reviews out of the way first. And then at the end of the stream, that's when I'm going to be jumping into the ranking of all of them. I was nervous looking at the preview book last week. Inflation is hitting hard. Speaking of, so real quick, I just want to tell you this. So when I moved back to Pennsylvania and I started going back to my regular shop, like a year and a half ago, I moved back at the end of December of 2021. So, like a year and a half ish. I ordered a manga box set. I ordered Tokyo Ghoul. And the guy was like, oh yeah, I can order it. I'm sure it'll be here. It'll show up when it shows up. I was like, okay. And, sometimes sometimes he forgets to order things. Sometimes shit happens. It is what it is. And I just assumed he never ordered it. I'll tell you what, it showed up this week. That was like a year and a half ago that he ordered that for me. I don't have it with me. I didn't pick it up yet. But they let me know. They were like, hey, you got a manga box set here. I was like, oh, what? No, I don't. And they're like, yeah, it's Tokyo Ghoul. They ordered me that like a year and a half ago. I couldn't believe it actually showed up. All right. So what I say, I'm going to do DC first. I saw John Spilios mention that his pick of the week was, he said Shazam. There it is. Was everyone's pick of the week? Mine is easy, Shazam. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be starting this one off strong with Shazam. You see that? I got a little picture right there, a little image there now. So it's not just me kind of standing there with, I think last week what I do, I put a little post-it note up on a book. So Shazam, I thought Shazam was awesome. And I'm going to continue to say this about DC's Dawn of DC. I don't have a lot of knowledge on DC characters. I really don't. I tell you guys millions of times, I don't read a lot of DC. So for those reasons, I don't have a lot of knowledge on some of these characters. Shazam, I'm not super knowledgeable on. This, like DC, like Superman, this might be the first Shazam comic I have ever read. And you know what? The more and more that I'm reading on DC, all you DC fans that are watching right now, I'm telling you straight up, DC is absolutely putting out a lot better comics, in my opinion, than Marvel. Maybe because I'm new to a lot of it. Maybe because I don't have a lot of knowledge on these characters, so it seems fresh to me. The ideas feel fresh, but I really like the artwork on a lot of these books, including Shazam, and the stories feel so good for new readers. They feel like a new reader like myself could jump right into these series, get a baseline understanding of what these characters are all about, even how some of them got their powers. And like Shazam, for example, this issue, super new reader friendly, phenomenal artwork. It jumped into who Shazam is, Billy Batson, how he got his powers, where he kind of hangs out, a lot of stuff that goes on in his life. So The way I guess I can describe it for not just Shazam, but Dawn of DC, is if you are a longtime DC reader, I feel as though right now a lot of these new Dawn of DC books probably aren't your thing. Because I've talked to a few people who didn't really like Superman. They're still not 100% on board with Superman. But my friends who are more Marvel oriented, they're really enjoying DC right now. They are really enjoying these books, including myself, because I feel as though having very little background knowledge on a lot of them, I'm jumping right into it. I'm enjoying it. And they have a little bit of everything happening in it. Like Superman, it really jumped right into the story, but at the same time they had character introductions, which is exactly what they did in this issue as well for Shazam. But then it moved into his backstory, his powers. I mean, I had no idea about some of this stuff with Shazam. I haven't seen the movies either. I'm sure they really went into depth with it in those, but for a first issue, they did a great job covering what I feel like everything. Not only do we get him, his powers, his backstory, his origin, kind of what he's up to with his day-to-day. But then after we got all of that out of the way, it jumped right into the action, and it kind of left us on a cliffhanger, leaving the reader wanting more and leaving the reader, leading them into the next issue. I'm telling you guys, straight up, they're doing a tremendous job on these books. John says, all right, cool. CAKS says, agree. What's up, buddy? I didn't see it pop in before. He says, agreed. No, you're right, Dawn. DC books are killing it. Marvel has barely any talent at this point. It's true. Donny Cates is off of Marvel. Ram V left Marvel. There's a lot of people who are leaving Marvel right now. 100% my poll list is now more DC than Marvel. I mean, it's not really, for me, it's not really saying much because I only read 2 DC books this week compared to 1 Marvel book. But still, that should say something. For someone who would go months without reading a single DC book to now barely getting any Marvel books, and not only am I getting basically consistently 1 to 2 books a week from DC, but now officially I've read 2 DC books this week compared to 1 Marvel. The tide's turning, folks. Marvel, they really need to get their shit together on this. Their books are not keeping fans. They're not making fans happy. And on top of all that, they're not bringing in new fans. They're not putting anything out there that has somebody from the outside, like say DC or just straight indie readers looking in saying, wow, that looks really good, and I feel like I'm going to pick that up. That is not happening right now. And DC, I don't know. I think they're doing a great job. And yeah, I hope a lot of other people are saying the same thing. Let's see. Steve just got it. What's going on, Steven? Dawn DC has been great. Curious what happens with Night Terror since it'll tie in so much of the DC universe. Is that the free comic book day book? I think. The only Marvel books I tend to pick up are the books that take place in the past. I mean, well, yeah. Right now I've only got ongoings. I'm not really grabbing any of the new miniseries. It took DC like 6 crises and 4 reboots, but it's finally new reader friendly. That was a huge deal to me though. Where it was kind of a big turnoff. DC was really good with that type of stuff with, all right, this is leading to this happened to this, but at some point, it became too overwhelming for a new reader like myself to want to jump in because there's so much stuff that's getting referenced that I don't understand what's happening. My poll list is 70% Image, 29% Indie, and then 1% Marvel. I can agree with that. I still dig X-Force and Wolverine on Marvel. Other than that, what they did to my homie Beast. I don't even know what happened to Beast. I was reading Wolverine for a while. I think I made it to like 12 or 15 issues. I don't remember. JW, what's up, buddy? Yo, you gotta reach out to me. I hit you up in the Discord. I'm not sure if you're even in the Discord anymore, but you won last month's giveaway, bud. So just reach out to me, I guess, either through Discord or Instagram. Jason Aaron did not renew his... Oh, I didn't know that either. Jason Aaron did not renew his Marvel contract. I feel like... Hold on. I could have sworn that I saw the New Avengers. Is the New Avengers not written by him? Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Because I started working on next week's video, and I saw a brand new Avengers series. Yeah, The Avengers. Oh, no, it's Jed McKay. That's who it was. Jed McKay's on the new Avengers series. Jed McKay's killing it. I'll say that much. Jed McKay's doing a great job. Let's see. Welcome to the dark side, my friends. See some more Star Wars references. Let's see. All right, that's cool. It starts with the free comic book day. That's what I was thinking. Ocean, what's up, bud? Oceanic, what's up, bud? Hugh, what's going on, buddy? Jen McKay. Does the writer's strike have any effect on comics? I'm pretty positive it is. I know Benjamin Percy was writing some stuff, and I think I saw somebody post something about a little panel of comic book writers that they're actually going to be working on their own independent stuff. I didn't watch the whole video. I don't know what the context is of it, but they were saying by the end of the year that they think that they're going to have their own kind of independently owned comic coming out. And to be honest, going forward, I really hope that that's kind of how things work, because then we're going to have, like, for example, I got Hairball right here. I mean, this is nothing against Dark Horse by any means, but imagine, what was this, Matt Kint? Like, Matt Kint, Tyler Jenkins, and Hillary Jenkins just teamed up, and they're like, all right, let's split the cost. Let's put out our own comic book. We can reach out to a publishing company or a printing company, and they can do all the heavy lifting. We're just going to send everything to them. And I don't know. And then all the profits basically go to them. I really hope going forward, these writers, the writers and the artists, get what they deserve, because some of them are putting out some really incredible stuff, and I think a lot of them are being hindered by some of these publishers too. So their full potential isn't being tapped. Like, imagine if Marvel just didn't have the noose on all these writers, and they could just be free to write these characters however they wanted, the storylines however they wanted. I bet you that would bring people back so hard. Let's see, Henny. Yeah, Percy's on a strike, 100%. I don't know. Now, I don't know if it's a comic book strike, but I know he's been posting stuff about, like, movie writing strike. I know he's been posting that stuff, and I'm pretty positive he chimed in saying that it is going to affect comics to some extent. Tom King said he was stopping writing on a dream project because of WGA. That's what I'm saying. I don't know all the details for everything, but I have a feeling it's going to affect comics 100%. It shouldn't for their comic work, I thought. Just if they have their own Hollywood projects. See, it might be like Big Two comics should still be written. It might. I'm not 100%. Joseph, what's up, buddy? So AR, the Fall of X event coming up isn't. That's a hard no, my friend. There's nothing X-Men related that is intriguing to me at all. The last thing I read was House and Powers of X, and it was just. That was good. I will say that. House and Powers of X was good. But once we moved into Dawn of X, and it just branched out into 100 different titles, and then it continued to be like 100 different titles, and even the events were spread across all these titles, it really loses me. When you've got 4 or 5 X titles coming out a week, and you just kind of have to pick and choose which ones you really like and which ones you think you just don't want to read, and then something big happens in maybe that book that's going to affect the other book. To me, I think X-Men is just better read in a hardcover. Just grab, like I have somewhere around here, like this. House and Powers of X, just a trade. It's the entire thing, everything that came out for both series, it's in this book. I've got the same thing somewhere around here for the other X one that they recently did. I don't know where the hell it is. But I had another one that was the same thing. It was the entire event just in that book. God damn. With all of like those titles and shit. So I feel like that's the way to do it. Let's see. Who do you think will pick up the Transformers G.I. Joe licenses? That's tough. I don't know. It's really crazy. I wouldn't be surprised. This is like a really shot in the dark type of publisher, but I would not be surprised if Whatnot throws their name into the bid. If it comes down to that type of thing, like a bidding war, I wouldn't be surprised if Whatnot tries their hand at that. Especially with Astrobots, which I will tell you I was really interested in reading. I didn't pick it up, mainly because my week was already pretty expensive, but I wish I would have grabbed it. The artwork looks really good in Astrobots. But the thing is, Steven, is that the guy who did Transformers is writing Astrobots. So Whatnot could probably look at that and be like, ooh, so we have Astrobots, we got the guy who did the original Transformers, maybe we should try and get Transformers again, and he can have his hand on it all these years later. So, we'll see. Spider, when you say Spider, is it Mike Spider Slayer? That guy? I like him. Assuming you're talking about him. He's got good content. All right. I forgot I still had Shazam up. We've obviously been off of Shazam for a minute. But here's the other one that I grabbed from DC this week. Another digital, so I'm going to have to throw the picture up here. But let me tell you, Peacemaker Tries Hard. This was awesome. This was an awesome book. 100%. Now, I just got done hyping up Shazam and how Dawn of DC is extremely new reader friendly. It gives you backgrounds. It gives you all this shit. I read that and then I moved into Peacemaker. Peacemaker felt like the complete opposite, but it had comedy. It was a good amount of action mixed with kind of gore in there too. I loved how Peacemaker was portrayed in this one. The dialogue for all of the characters, it was great. The artwork was fantastic. I love having the physical copy, so I just kind of pan through it like this and just show you like, oh, and this is what the artwork looks like, but obviously I don't have it, so I can't. Oh, man, I do need to watch the show, too. For all of you guys, like I saw John right there say you got to watch the show. I do have HBO Max. I just got it maybe like a month or two ago at this point. I gotta sit down and watch it. That show has been on my list for so long now. And to be honest, Peacemaker is one of the reasons I did get HBO Max. Besides, South Park is on there too. But I definitely need to hop on that show. But I'll tell you what, if you were on the fence with any book this week, this is the one to pick up. I'm straight up like Hairball, Survival, out of all the new ones that I got, Survival, Stars and Signs, Monomyth, Lamentation. This is the one. Even Shazam, this is the one. This is the one. Not that one. This one. But seriously, the way that everything happened, I don't want to call it like kind of a John Wick sort of story, but you see he's got that, I think that's a French bulldog right there on the front cover. You know what? I don't even want to spoil it. The story has to do with the dog, and he goes crazy over this dog, and he takes down a little terrorist group, and I think her name is Waller. She's in it as well for a little bit. Suicide Squad makes a small appearance. It's worth it. I don't know what the price tag on that one was, but as far as the DC Black Labels go, I've been a little bit more critical, I think, lately on the DC Black Labels, because I think they're throwing that label on everything that's just kind of a bit more mature rated. And this one earned the Black Label, and it was great. Let's see. Thanks for talking me in the Peacemaker. It's good. Oh man, I hope you enjoy it. Still need to get Peacemaker. Glad to hear you approve of it. Peacemaker was awesome. I'm sure you mean awesome, Kevin. Speaking of Kevin, I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, but I hope you're doing well today, buddy. Purposely didn't pick this one up so I can grab on free comic book day along with my free ones. I hope you enjoy. I hope they should still have it. Spitzkoff, I'm sure it's only going to be a mini. I can only imagine. Definitely need to find an LCS where I'm at on this work travel. Peacemaker sounds sweet. When you get hyped like this, the books are always good. See, that's how I really like to judge comics. It's when I pick it up, I flip through the art a little bit. Is the artwork nice? Yes or no? That's always going to determine it. But when I sit down in the first few pages, so I didn't laugh in the book. Like I didn't sit there and look at something and be like, oh, that's hilarious. You got a few smiles out of me, and I started chuckling just a little bit. Like there's a few moments where I was like, this is funny. This is good. This is very well written. I like the humor in this. It works very well with the character. It works well with everything that's going on. Let's see if I might still have it up. No, shit, I don't. I was going to say I might still have it up digitally. But I don't want to spoil anything for you. Let's see. This was my pick of the week. Well, there's some really good books this week. I'm not going to be getting into my top pick just yet, but I will tell you it is absolutely up there. It is absolutely up there. Let's see. I had no interest until how hyped everyone's been hyping it up. I mean, obviously everyone's talking about the Star Wars book that's selling for damn near like $30 right now. But this one, everybody that actually grabs new comic book day issues to not flip and actually read, this is one that everybody's been going crazy over. They're saying, oh shit, Peacemaker was this, Peacemaker was awesome. It really was. Everyone that's hyping it up, it's well deserved. Let's see. I bought a few. So Lyle, I told myself I was going to get Groot only if I could get the the Scotty Young variant. I held the Scotty Young variant in my hand, and I still didn't get it. I don't know. I hope you all that picked up Groot enjoyed it, but I flipped through it, and I don't think the artwork looked that nice, if I can remember, and I just thought, I can't do it. I can't spend the $5 on this book. I have not seen the show yet, but it is absolutely on my watch list. I need to. Which Star Wars book? I think it's issue 34, I think, right? Issue 34 came out this week. Let's see what it says for whatever the first appearance is. It was like, I think, 2 first appearances in this one. Where are we at? Star Wars 34. It says it's selling high for $20 on Key Collector, but it's absolutely selling more for that. It's actually not even saying that it's a first appearance. It's a cameo appearance of Dr. Kuwata. And I think what people are kind of making the reference of is like, ooh, is this like another Dr. Aphra type character? So that's where they're at right now. But I mean, people are always going crazy over fucking Star Wars books. I'll tell you what, I'm looking at this Key Collector list right now. They all say non-key next to them for the most part. The Abolition of Man, Lamentation, Monomyth, Star Sign, Survival, Peacemaker, Shazam, Carnage Reigns Alpha, Demon Wars, Groot. What the fuck? Yeah, these are like all non-keys. There's a couple keys on there. Cult of Carnage had a first appearance. Batman 900 milestone issue. That's not even a fucking key. It's just a milestone. Edge of Spider-Verse, Spider Killer. Whatever. All right. Let's see. I only buy the Vader books. Dude, the Vader series is solid. I will say that. The Vader series is solid. Let's get this one out of the way now. What else? You know what? We're just going to keep going through the rest of these digital books really quickly. I only got 2 more, and then I'll work my way into the other ones. Next up, we're going to go from Dark Horse. We got Where Monsters Lie, issue number 4. I was a little thrown off by this, but this is actually the end of the series. However, it's not the end of the series. It's just, I guess, the end of the arc or the end of the volume. Moral of the story is at the very end of the book, it says the end, but they left it on a cliffhanger. So I can only assume it's coming back. It absolutely did not end the way I was expecting it to end. I also wasn't expecting it to end. This is an awesome read. Dark Horse did a killer job on this one. I don't know who. Kyle Starks wrote it. Piotr Kowalski, Vladimir something, and Joshua Reed. Eyesight ain't what it used to be. I can't read that right now. But I'll tell you what. Where Monsters Lie has got to be one of the best Dark Horse books that I've read in a very long time. And I'm probably going to... actually, shit. I got 2 more Dark Horse books this week. And that includes Hairball and Survival. So Where Monsters Lie has been fantastic from start to finish. I have thoroughly enjoyed every single one of these issues. They've always been on... even when I was doing the top 10 list at the time, I'm pretty positive it's never fallen outside of the top 3 for that week. It's always been exceptional. I've loved the artwork. The story has progressively gotten better. The main character, we finally got a backstory on him and why he's going after all of these serial killers. And this one continues on with that story, obviously. But like I said, it left us on a cliffhanger. And it had a major, major plot twist, and I'm not going to be getting into that at all. I don't want to spoil that for you guys because I was reading it. I swear, I said, holy shit, I can't believe that happened. See, yeah, Texas Snake agrees. Where Monsters Lie is good. I need more. That's exactly how I felt. I needed more when I was done reading this series. I was really disappointed to see that it said the end at the very end of this, the end of the book, but I can only imagine it's going to be coming back. Let's see. Lyle says, oh, sweet. You got the Scotty Young variant, too, for it. Let's see. Batman 900 kind of disappointed me. You're not the first person I heard say that. It's the first appearance of a character named Greta in Star Wars 34. That doctor character is the one that showed up on the last page. Okay. I appreciate that, Empire. I don't read Star Wars. My knowledge isn't there. I just pulled up Key Collector. Cameo of Dr. Kuwata. But if there was an actual first appearance in there for Greta, she wasn't listed on the thing. So be on the lookout for that because, like I said, it was selling for a good chunk of money. And I think right now on eBay, it's selling for almost $30, I think. Let's see. I have it up right here for you guys. Well, this one's $20. $20. Best offer at 32. That one sold a while ago. $20. $20. All right, so about $20. $20. $25. Damn. $75. That can't be right. $140 for 6 copies. 5 copies. I stand corrected. 5-pack. Best offer at $110. 15, 20, 20, 20, 30, 20. So, yeah, it's, call it about $20. But it is ranging a little bit higher, a little bit lower for some. Let's see. Pedro, what's happening? What's going on, buddy? Let's see. John says, I was upset. It was only 4 issues where Monsters Lie was great. That's what I said, man. I remember even on, I think it was Tuesday stream, I said, man, I don't know how many issues they're going for this, but I feel like I'm going to be disappointed if it's only a 5-issue miniseries. I'm hoping between like 8 to 10 issues. Well, joke's on us. They only did 4. I was expecting at least 5. Even in the description, it didn't say anything about like the final issue of the series. So hopefully it comes back. Let's see. Oh, the eye thing, man, bro. I'm telling you what. Everybody that's the shit that's on my eye, bro. So, I had a sty, right? So I get a lot of eye infections. It is what it is. You have turns out, you get it once, you're all of a sudden super prone to them. So this is crazy shit. So I know you're looking at it right now, right? So I got to tell you a quick story before I bump onto this next book, just so everybody knows. So this was like a bad infection. It was the whole bottom was super red and super puffy, and it was just a regular ass sty, right? And all of a sudden, it went down, it went away, doing the hot compresses, because everybody always comments, boy, you need to put a hot compress on that. You don't think I put a hot compress on that? Man, I get so many styes and eye infections. And it went away. So what you're seeing right now, it's actually not a sty. It's like some fucking weird growth that grew on my eye. It's 2 growths, bro. It's actually 2. And I gotta get it like actually surgically removed, because the last time when I had an eye, like a bad eye thing, I had to get that actually surgically removed too. So now I gotta do it again, but on the other eye. So now everybody knows it's not a fucking sty anymore. But yeah. K-Bar, it's all those bad comics you're reading. They're infecting. Yeah, they're infecting my vision. All the damn Marvel books that keep sucking. I asked that a few days ago. Yeah, I probably saw it, or maybe I saw it. But yeah, it's like the aftermath of an eye infection, and it just like left a growth or 2 on it. It's fucking weird. But yeah, that's all that is. But that's Where Monsters Lie. It was a really awesome read. I highly recommend checking that one out. We'll just keep on going with the other Dark Horse books, and then we'll go on to the other ones. Let's see. Jokes aside, that really sucks. Sounds super annoying. It is beyond annoying. Yo, I've got, I go to the eye doctor, what feels like probably once a month, for like that. I probably go like once a month. Might be your twin that wasn't born. Him, motherfucker's still in there. He's trying to make an appearance. All right, let's talk about this next one. We're gonna go on the Hairball issue number 2. I don't really know what to say about it. It's a $6 book, so already I'm going to be judging it a lot harder than a lot of other books. When you pick up everything, that's basically $3.99, and sporadically you get a $2.99 book. So this one's $5.99. What I will say about it is the paper quality is above and beyond. It's like, it reminds me, I don't want to call it construction paper, but it's like, can you hear that? Like it's like this weird kind of construction-y paper type of quality, and it's very nice. It feels very good in your hands. I do like the artwork. Here's a little peek at the artwork. Very dark. That's pretty much what every single page is. Something along those lines. I'll bring up another page just so you can see. I really like the concept of this story. I think they're doing a good job with it so far. I'm not sure. So I see Kaiser say Matt Kindt is worth the price, in my opinion, and I can agree with that. For the most part, I think Matt Kindt is always worth the price tag. I don't think I can justify $6 on this book just yet. They're building up to something, and this issue was a lot more than the last one. I believe it was Dr. Cosmos Lab that said it wasn't boring. I think he said it was a slow issue. But they did a good job with it, and I totally agree with that. It was a little bit slower. You got to see a little bit more about the cat and how menacing this cat is. There's obviously something evil going on with this cat. But we don't know anything about anything just yet. We're basically seeing just this cat right here, same on the back if that's a little bit easier for you to see, terrorizing this family, terrorizing this mom, this dad, I guess kind of the daughter too, although the way, whenever I'm reading it as if this cat is kind of watching over the daughter because she has a really horrible home life. The parents, they're not the real parents. They're kind of, not foster, but I guess they adopted her, and they don't really want her at all. They think she's a problem. They think this cat is a problem. So every time I read it, I'm thinking that this cat is kind of watching over her, but the daughter is very against this cat too, like everybody else. And it seems like wherever she goes, this cat is following no matter what, and it's just bringing this trail of evil with it. It's a cool story, really cool concept. Very mysterious so far. Not a lot of stuff happening in it. We're basically, like I said, we're just seeing the cat. We're seeing the daughter, how shitty her home life is, and just more and more bad things are happening, and it's all being linked back to this cat. You see the daughter kind of try to do something with the cat in this issue, and it didn't work out in her favor. So it's a good series. I like I said though, I don't think I can justify $6 for it. I think it's expensive for what it is. Because let me bring up a few more pages. I think I showed you this one just before. So you see there, it's very limited on dialogue, very limited on art. A few more pages. Same thing. Not much going on with art. Almost no dialogue. Let me skip a few more for you guys. And basically, the exact same thing is going on in this page. So while I think the story is good, it's a good concept of a story, the artwork isn't... It's nothing that's like above and beyond, I'll put it that way. And the dialogue is kind of non-existent as well. Just some small talk between some of the characters, but nothing that's really in depth. So if you can eventually get this book on a sale, or if you can go on maybe, I don't know, My Comic Shop, eBay, maybe they've got some cheaper copies, I would highly recommend doing that. I think $4 is fine for this book. $4 is good. I could justify that, especially for the quality of it. Maybe with the quality of the book, maybe $5 at most. But $6 for every issue. I thought maybe the first issue was just going to be $6, but it looks like maybe the whole series is going to be that price. So for now, take that for what it is. So far, I've spent $12 on this series just for 2 issues. And was it good? Yes. Was it great? No. Hey, Ideal City, what's up, buddy? I read that Hairball was going to be a Bad Idea book originally. I wouldn't be surprised about that because I know Matt Kint has done a lot of stuff with Bad Idea Comics. So that honestly makes a lot of sense to me that it would be a Bad Idea book. But I want to know, for everyone that is reading Hairball, what do you guys think about that one too? Because like I said, it's not bad at all, but yeah, that's why I didn't make it to Bad Idea Comics, because it was a good idea. Now, I talk my shit on Bad Idea Comics mainly because I don't like, I don't like how they release their books. I don't like how exclusive it is. But the stuff I've read from them has all been fantastic. I will say that. I agree, Pedro. It's extremely slow right now. I think this issue was good. We got a little bit more of everything, and that's what I needed. But I would like a little bit more, or at least a few more pages to justify the price. As too. I agree with that too, Doctor. It's a well-made book, bro. It just isn't worth that price. Yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to. Dynamite, but they give away rocks. Spitzkoff, $6 for a single comic is insanity. Meanwhile, Mark Millar is selling his books for $2. Ain't that the truth? We got him doing whatever that one, the vampires in Philadelphia. I think, wait, is it in Philly? I think that one takes place in Philly too. Nightclub, I think that's what it's called. It's a $2 freaking book. Spawn is like $2 or $3 still. And now we got this for $6. We got the new Marvel one coming out over summer with the Ultimate Universe for $10 each. You put something that's $10 in front of me and you're telling me it's a crazy good event, or you're putting a brand new series in front of me for $2, I'm grabbing that $2 issue before that new event any day of the week. Any day. Yeah, Spitz coffee. Yeah, maybe you love that $10. I don't. Image does rule, man. Image is the shits. Lyle says, Batman the Joker, Deadly Duo Part 7. I think that was the series finale, too. The variants were all great. I heard such good things about that series. Now, this is the last one that I got from Dark Horse this week. It was another brand new one. I was really happy to see my shop had this. I've talked about it. They typically don't get a lot of Dark Horse books, but I was really happy to see this one. I didn't know what it was about going into it. I'm kind of looking at the cover. It's like, all right, it's probably going to be a horror book. Might be cool. Wasn't what I expected, but at the same time, you still don't really know anything that's going on. I'm going to show you some of the artwork. I'm trying not to get any spoilers for you. Let's see. Oh, that's a spoiler page. All right, we'll show you this one first. So here's a little bit of the artwork. I think it's got nice artwork. I do like this style. I think it fit very well with this book. I like the colors. I like the lines. I like the details. I think you can really catch the characters' expressions, and I think that's always a really good thing with comics that's pretty underrated that a lot of people don't talk about. There's some books that you can look at. Why is that still there? Hold on. There we go. There's some comics, like, for example, I'm just gonna shit on this one real quick, from Marvel, Jessica Jones. You can just open up every few pages of that omnibus, and you can look at the panels where the expressions are dog shit, and it's a reused drawing. Panel, right after one another. It's the same thing going down with maybe one little difference. The story was great, but I just could not get through it because the artwork was that bad. And they've got some other stories, like this one, for example, where I do like the artwork, and then the story's great, and then when the characters are talking to each other, you see the expression on their faces for what they're talking about. It's not some reused generic-ass face or something that they've done a few other times within that same issue. It's changing. It's changing throughout the scene. It's changing throughout what they're talking about, and I like that, and I think they did a great job capturing that in this issue, in my opinion. I'll show you another page if I can. That really hits it. So even on this page where you see her, wherever she is, she's terrified. You see the tears running down her eyes. She's scared. That's a totally different panel from that top one down to the middle one, or the middle one down to the bottom one. Even on the other side, the two guys, the army guys that are in the green shirts, you see them with the confused look on their face because someone just came riding over on the bike, who's basically panicking. I like that. I like that they're showing the expressions on the characters' faces as they're talking and kind of seeing what's going on. Yeah, it's like it's a story, basically. And, well, I mean, technically all comics are stories. But artwork really plays a big role into the telling of these stories, in my opinion. The faces in this book are great, but everything else is too dialed back for me. I can get that. I will say there's not... outside of the characters and the actual details on the characters, I'm trying not to hit a spoiler for you. I can totally see where you're coming from with that because the rest of it is basically out in the wilderness. It's out in the middle of nothing. So you kind of have a lot like that where it's like clouds and skies and forest behind them. So the focus really does come onto the characters because it's not like a city setting. It's not like a lot of explosions and fighting going on in the background. So a little bit about this, I guess, is that we've got our main characters. It's a daughter and I guess her two friends, maybe one of them is a boyfriend, and they're going to meet her dad who lives out in basically the middle of nowhere. I don't want to call it, what was like the one, there was it Ruby Ridge? Is that what I'm thinking of? The big standoff between, I think, the FBI and the residents that lived there years ago? Is that the one I'm thinking of where they were coming for their guns or they were coming from them and they basically stood their ground and they didn't give a damn that they were FBI agents and they were going in on them? Assuming that is Ruby Ridge. I'm sure somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about. That is exactly Waco and not Waco and the cult. Let me look it up just so I can confirm. Nah, not Waco. Ruby Ridge. I think it was Ruby Ridge. A shorthand phrase for events that occurred in 92 Ruby Ridge, Idaho, after the attempt of the U.S. Marshals to arrest Randall Weaver on a fugitive warrant. Marshals became involved in a shootout with Weaver, members of the family, and a family friend. I still feel like that's what I'm talking. I think that, yeah, it's 11-day standoff. Yeah, so they were going up there, and these guys just basically stood their grounds. They weren't willing to move because they're from the woods. They're from the sticks. And that's how these guys are. It doesn't come down to them fighting U.S. Marshals and the FBI and stuff, but let me get another page for you guys. That's how they are. These guys are from the sticks. They're in the middle of nowhere. They're talking like the two dudes on the two dudes that are right here. They're part of like a little government militia. They're trying to form their own little military in case if something happens to the world. They want people on their side. So that's the type of setting that this whole story takes place in. But some of the main characters, they find a downed airplane, and the people who they found on the airplane, a lot of stuff happens from there, and it basically is like that guy right there in the front. I don't know if they're cannibals or not vampires, but right now it kind of seems like they're cannibals. I would check it out. It was a fun read. Not the best read of the week, but it was very enjoyable, especially from Dark Horse. I don't read a lot of Dark Horse stuff. Survivalist. Yeah, it's basically all just Survivalist. So, all right, Descending Climax said, yeah, it's Ruby Ridge. They did stand their ground, but unfortunately the wife and kids she was carrying in her arms were killed in gunfire. It was out in the mountains, I think, of Idaho. Yeah, it was out in the middle of Idaho. Oh, I think what happened, if I can recall the story, it was they found out that they had, it was definitely like an arrest warrant out there, but they found, like they knew that they had sawed-off shotguns and they had illegal firearms out there. And that was kind of one of the main reasons they went out. I don't remember 100%, but I remember learning about it in college. Yeah, I'd like to see that mountain was all rendered out in colors, but with no lines. Let me double check on that. There's not a whole lot of details into the backgrounds. You're right. I'll show you guys too. Not a lot of details into the backgrounds, a little generic, but they went into more details with the characters. And that was kind of the big takeaway for me on this issue. Let's see. Let's see what I got next. I think the rest is all Image. Oh man, I got one Marvel book. I forgot about old Marvel. How could I forget about Marvel? We'll do Marvel, and then we'll move on to Oni Press and Mad Cave Studios. All right. Next up, I got one for Marvel this week. We got Moon Knight issue number 23. The last issue was a team up with Tigra, and now we've got him teaming up with Dylan Brock. Venom, I don't know. It looks like moving forward, our Venom is going to be Dylan Brock. Let's see. They did nail the expressions for sure. All right, cool. So at least somebody else feels the same way as me. Capsule, catch up on your stream. I'm glad you enjoyed Shazam. Wade and Moore are killing it right now. I totally forgot to even mention that. Yeah, it's Mark Waid and Dan Moore on it. You can't go wrong with that. I read it digitally, so I couldn't show you the artwork, but they did a great job on that too. Let's go, Carnage sweep. No Carnage today, my friend. I couldn't pick all that up. All right, this one, let me start off with some of the artwork. Yo, you know what's really crazy? I was reading this, right? And we got Dylan Brock right there, because it's obviously a Venom and Moon Knight team up. So we got Dylan Brock right there. He's at the Midnight Mission. He's talking to Moon Knight. And I'm sitting there reading this. I'm like, my dad said I could trust you if I needed help. Said that you knew what it's like. And I'm looking at this like, I was like, that's fucking Spider-Gwen. That's not Dylan Brock. I literally thought for a hot minute there that was Spider-Gwen. Like Gwen Stacy. And I moved on to the next page and I was like, oh, well, that makes a whole lot more sense. It's obviously Dylan Brock. And I had to go back real quick. And I'm still thinking, like, that doesn't look like Dylan. Like, what is he freaking possessed in this picture? What is going on in the life of Dylan right now? Because we're obviously not seeing too much of his story in the Venom book. It's okay if this one gets damaged a little bit. It wasn't that great. Moon Knight is the only Marvel I'm buying at the moment. I'm reading a few, but Moon Knight, I'm kind of dumping on it right now. But Moon Knight's been overall a good read, 100%. Punisher is my number one. Punisher is great though, John. Punisher is great. Yeah, he's going through an emo phase. Let me see if I have the Omni is somewhere. When in doubt, right behind you. There it is, Spider-Gwen. Yeah, see? It's like fucking spot on. There's that. Let's show again. That's Gwen. Yeah, he's going through something. Wasn't Dylan like 5? That's the other thing. Dylan is like all of a sudden this grown-up teenager in the story. Oops. Oh wait, here's the other one. I knew I had another one. I didn't open it yet though. The Hellfire Gala. See, all their events, just get them in a hardcover. It's way better to read it that way. It's like, oh shit, this was $75. I'll tell you what, I didn't pay $75 for this. Holy crap, though. What is Marvel doing with this? This book was $75. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 issues and material from Classic X-Men 7 and Marvel's Voices. That is crazy. Comic Chef, was those the giveaways? No. I didn't do a giveaway tonight. Let's see. Yeah, bro, I want to tell you I agree with a lot of versions you talk about, but one I don't agree with is the Venom series I'm liking. I do agree it was down. Well, my thing with the Venom series is that I didn't like how there was 2 writers on it. I didn't think they were doing a good job having one kind of write to Dylan, one write to Eddie. And then it kind of turned more. Now you're good, man. But then it turned into like Al Ewing was focusing on one character for that issue, and then Rom V was doing the other character, and that would swap back and forth, kind of every other issue or every couple of issues. So it could be like 2 issues in a row. So basically 2 months in a row of Eddie. And then all of a sudden you get one of Dylan, back to Eddie, maybe Dylan again, and then maybe another issue of Dylan, back to Eddie. I liked it more in the beginning when it was maybe a quarter of the issue was Eddie and then the other one was Dylan, instead of a focus on one. And I mean, I think I've even said I wish they would focus more on one character or the other, but I just don't know what they're doing with that series. I sadly haven't enjoyed it. I don't like what they're doing with Venom right now. Well, Eddie Brock Venom. And I wish we did get a little bit more Dylan because, like this issue, he's also in Red Goblin. He was the Venom in the Miss Marvel Venom series, and he showed up as Venom in another issue. But we still don't really know anything about Dylan because he was just this kind of side character in the whole Venom series with Donny Cates. King and Blackie still didn't really play a big role. Now all of a sudden in the Al Ewing Rom V Venom series, they threw him into it, and he's a main piece in this story, but we don't really know him enough. They kind of threw him at us as if that we should care about this character because he's Eddie Brock's kid. That's not the case, though. So I don't know. Dylan's depressed because Venom is so bad at the moment. He's trying to find his dad so he can get him back in the series because he's the one fucking putting it all on his back right now. I think it's flipping over to more of Dylan. I see. That's what I'm saying. That's what I agree. I agree that's kind of how it seems like it's going, but they're not really. I don't think they're doing a good job making us as readers want to read about Dylan. They're just throwing him at us as if we should like him, but we don't really have a reason to like him. He didn't do anything heroic. He's not. I don't know. He's not funny. He's not interesting. He's just fucking this right there. That's all he is. He's just this emo, sad teenager. Yeah, not yet. I agree with that. Not yet. I think the time will come, but it's just not there right now. Austin, that's a W take in my opinion. Cody Ziegler's not only doing a great job with Miles, but everything Cody Ziegler is writing, he's doing a great job with. He killed it on Spider-Punk as well. But actually, to talk a little bit more about this issue before I keep frying Dylan, let me show you another page. And there he is again. Look at this man. This man, hold on. This dude has not smiled one bit. Not one bit has he smiled. Look at that. He is absolutely going through something right now. But this whole issue, no. All right. Bear with me. Bear with me. Coin collector, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm casually looking around. I'm seeing what I have that I can, you know. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for that one. Yeah. Forced giveaway. No, it's a good thing. I just, that means a lot. Remember when we were talking about what we would do if we all opened up our own shops? I'd put mine in Coin Collector's. A comic this week. For something like that warrants more than just a comic this week. I don't know. You know what? Let me know. Do you guys, who here likes the Hulk? Do you guys like the Hulk? I've got a really cool Hulk thing. I'm gonna, if I start seeing some thumbs up or like hell yes in the chat, then I got something cool for you guys for the Hulk. Love the Hulk. Love the Hulk. The other thing is I don't know how to actually. All right. Everybody seems to like the Hulk, so we're going to do a giveaway with the Hulk. But I also don't know how to run a giveaway with on Streamlabs like this. So I'll think of. All right. Everybody likes the Hulk. All right. So. Let me finish up Moon Knight issue number 23. I got a cool Hulk thing that I'm going to give away for you guys. And then I'm going to think of something. I'm going to think of something, and whoever answers it right, that's how we're going to do it. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I'll figure something out and do a giveaway by the end of this stream, 100%. So, man, Coin Collector, you rock, bro. You absolutely rock. You didn't have to do that, but I got something cool for you guys. Sadly, it's not the Immortal Hulk, although there is an Immortal Hulk omnibus coming out. So be aware of that. I'm 100% getting it. That, to me, is what this entire issue was. If you guys remember what I was just saying. It was a team up between them two. The artwork was great. The action was great. The story was pretty solid. I know I like to talk shit on Marvel, but Jed MacKay really is doing a great job on this Moon Knight series. Last issue was a stinker, though. It was like Tigra featuring Moon Knight. I didn't think it was done very well, but I really liked this one. Here's a couple pages later. Like I said, the whole thing was action. People are after Dylan Brock. They go into the Midnight Mission, and Midnight Mission is just like this kind of alive building right now. I forget what actually happened in the story itself, but the building's basically alive. It's ever changing, and it was a really fun thing that they did in this issue. That's Pedro. That's what kind of makes me want to grab the Avengers series. I'm gonna see if it's a continuation off the last one though. Piston fan. Love your channel. Man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy it. Still need to read this. Excited to see how Chill grows. Rose Venom, love his art. Is that who's on this one? Oh, dude, check here. I'll show you again. Here's a really cool page. Yeah, I'm telling you, the art in this one was awesome. They did a great job. Killer job. I'm gonna show you what the giveaway is though. Like I said, I got something here for you guys if you like the Hulk. Obviously there's a bunch of Jesus. There's a bunch of hardcovers and omnis and shit, but I wanted to find something that's really cool. So I got this right here. If you don't know what this is from, I believe it's called it's the Folio. Do they have it on here? It's the Folio Society. There you go. It's the Folio Society. Check this shit out. This is awesome. So here's the book itself. And this has like this nice felt on it. Like, felt basically. I think I've only opened this one time. Look at this interior. Oh. And here's the pages. So what they did with these pages is they basically redid how the original ones were. No, it's not like the OG paper. It's like a nice quality paper, but it looks exact. I'm not trying to bend the spine too much on this one. But it's like literally printed as if it's the OG shit. I don't remember what's all in this one. I think it's just contents. It's just like stories of the Hulk and shit in this one. So yeah, so it's a bunch of different pages or a bunch of different stories in here. There's that, but here's the real cool thing that it comes with. So you see this? This is the cool thing right here. Incredible Hulk issue number 1. It's a reprint of the original, right? But it's just like the book. And it's like literally like that. Look at that. Just like the original Hulk. There we go. So like I said, I hope you guys like the Hulk. This is what the giveaway is going to be. And yes, this is literally basically sponsored by Coin Collector. That was just an incredible thing. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I'm going to give this away at the end of the stream. I want to keep going on these books for you guys. But yeah, they do have, oh dude, I mean, it's a cool ass book, but the Coin Collector, he's the man of the hour here. I can't get this shit back in. Well, while I'm struggling to get this back in, I wanted to give you guys a heads up. So I'm reworking my schedule a little bit, and I'm trying to, so going forward, I'm going to stream 6 o'clock EST. I'm still going to be doing the Tuesday and Thursday. However, I'm opening up my schedule. I'm trying to at least a little bit more, and I'm looking to stream Monday through Thursday. Every day at 6 o'clock. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 6 o'clock. Tuesday would obviously be the usual. Thursday, potentially the usual, or I'm going to be doing this review video on Wednesday. And then I'm going to have something else planned for Monday and Thursday. So stay tuned for that. That might not be coming it could be coming within the next month or so. But like I said, I'm trying to open up my schedule just a little bit more. I'll keep you guys more posted on that once I know more about things. But as always, I just got to give you guys a heads up on stuff. Because streaming's fun as hell. And because a lot of people always said, I wish you would do some fucking long form videos or not stream because I can't watch a stream. I'm seeing about recording these videos, which I'm doing right now. And I'm going to try to chop it up like a highlight video where it nails all the stuff for people to also tune in if they weren't able to catch the stream live. So I'm trying to do something that makes everybody happy. You want to know why? Because you guys fucking rock. Every one of you. All right. We're going to move on to... oh shit. So speaking of, well, John, I know you're in Florida, so it doesn't matter. So it says you should do a live stream on Saturday for free comic book day. I actually think I'm going to be going to a comic show, around the Hershey area. I'm in Pennsylvania, so like the Hershey Park area. So if you guys are from the area or kind of in that region and you guys want to meet up, let me know, and I'd love to go fucking go through some bins with you guys, check out some stuff that they have there. It's called like Revolution something. Let me know if you heard of it or you're in the area and you want to go. It's like an hour and a half away from me, but I think that's what I'm going to be doing for Free Comic Book Day. But if I don't go to that, maybe I'll go to my shop and I'll do a live stream like that. Just let me know what you guys want. All right, we're going to talk about Mad Cave Studios' Monomyth next. Brand new series. Really surprised to see this here, too. It's a $5 book. So, on Tuesday, if you remember me talking about Monomyth, let me show you some of the artwork, because the artwork was actually fucking awesome. I love this artwork. They did a great job with it. I like the grittiness. I like the darkness of it. I thought it worked really well. There's a lot of gore in it. Not a whole lot of action. There's a decent amount of action. But I think the big winner of this book to me was the artwork. They did a killer job on it. I absolutely loved it. However, yeah, Hugh, that's it. The Revolution Superfest in Summerdale. It's by the college or something. It's on the college campus. But that's where I plan on going. So if you're there too, that'd be really cool to meet up with you. So Hot Mustard Gas, yeah, the artwork was great. I'll show you another page. Let me get another one going for you. This one, it's awesome. I loved it. However, I had a feeling the story really wasn't going to be for me, and after reading it, I didn't really think it was still for me. I always say I'm not big into the magic and the fantasy and books like that. This one, it's kind of how it is. It's like these group of 2, 4, 6, 7. It's a group of 7 people who kind of get like zapped, whatever magic-y type shit that this wizard was doing, kind of pulled everybody from where they were and brought them to this new area and was like, all right, you guys are going to be, I guess, like up-and-coming wizards. There's a lot of shit you need to learn, and a lot of stuff happened from there. And I kept thinking, like, it's not bad. I just don't think it's not something I'm super interested in reading. Like, even, what was it, Once in Future? Once in Future, I totally understand why everyone loves it. It was a great series. It was phenomenal artwork. But it didn't land that well with me. There's a lot of issues where I was done reading it, like, all right, that's okay. Not bad. It's whatever. Because that type of just genre isn't really for me. I can't stay on the stream. Just wanted to say hello. Oh, man, Dr. Nesneb, go have a good rest of your day, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Cool. Hope you have fun. I should be a good time. Hot Mustard Gas for the giveaway. I'm going to, at the end of the stream, or I gotta think of like a question or something. At the end of the stream, I'll probably just ask a random question or, something. Cause I don't think I can do a giveaway from here. At least I don't think so. Hold on. Let's see if I can find something. Wait, what? Apparently there's simply start giveaway on any of your profiles. You will be presented with the following overview on the left. Well, shit. How do I get there? It's telling me that I should be able to do a giveaway, like... Alright. Well, I should be able to do a giveaway on Streamlabs, it says. It says it's, like, right there. Let's see. How do you... Drop-down menu. Where the fuck's the drop-down menu? There's no drop-down menu. It literally says there's a drop-down menu with 2 things. And I'll tell you what, I'm not seeing it. Is this? Oh, shit. Definitely not that. Yeah, I don't know. I will figure it out, though. I'll figure it out by the end. Let's see. I'm either gonna be asking some sort of question, or I'm going to hopefully get this working, and then then I don't have to do anything. I can just click add and add people. But yeah, so that's kind of what it is with Monomyth. Magic fantasy series. This group comes together, and they're kind of all wizards in training. But something pretty cool happens at the very end, and that's the only thing that's really making me slightly interested in keeping it going. Because here's another shot at the artwork. Actually, to be honest, the artwork alone kept me very interested in it. I love the artwork. But the story, just not my type of genre. Make a question about She-Hulk. Oh, man. A She-Hulk one? I don't even know the answers to that one, man. Next up, we're going to do Oni Press, and then we're going to wrap everything up with Image. So we got 5 books left to talk about. Let's see. All right, next up, we've got brand new one from Oni Press, Lamentation. This was a, $7 book. This is a $7 book. Now, real quick, here's the artwork. The artwork is nice. It's written by Cullen Bunn. I'm a big fan of Cullen Bunn. So at least with this book, though, even though it was $7, it's an oversized issue. As you can tell, we've got 48 pages of fear. No, it wasn't a scary book. It really wasn't a big horror book, in my opinion. I'm not going to say it was a letdown, because when I read horror books from Cullen Bunn, I feel like they're a lot different than this, and they're usually definitely more on the gruesome horror side. And this is like, the best way I can describe it is like a toned down, like PG-13 horror type of story. So we've got our main character. That's her right there on the front. She's a college student or some sort of student. She doesn't really know what she's doing with her life just yet, and she's in theater. Like that's her gig. She's an actress, and she sees a play. She sees an opening for a play, and she goes to the theater, and she's handed the lead role just like that. She's like, "How do you know who I am?" She's like, "Oh, of course I know who you are." Well, it turns out once you're in this theater, you can't leave the theater. And what this group has to do is perform this play, and if it's good, then they can all just leave. I don't Hot Mustard Gas, man, you didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate it. It's not hard work. It's just fun. I do it all for you. I love this shit. I love talking comics with you guys, but thank you so much for that. So that's the whole premise of the story. You can't leave the theater, and you've got to perform the play, and you better hope the play is good, because they don't know what's going to happen if it's bad, and they were apparently just promised that they could leave if it's good. That's the premise. I don't know. It wasn't bad. I was interested the whole time. Like, I was reading it thinking, like, that's a cool story, but it wasn't a Cullen. I almost called him Hullen. It's a Cullen Bunn. Nah, it wasn't a typical Cullen Bunn horror story, in my opinion. Here's another page of the artwork. So it's a lot of like theater shit, just like that. A lot of play practicing, but in the meantime, they are also, I guess, kind of transitioning from the theater itself to the play that they're performing. I guess it's real too. There's a lot of stuff going on in it. 48 pages of fear. It wasn't bad, though. Now, let's move on to Image. We got 4 more to go. Man, I just want to say again, thank you so much, Hot Mustard Gas. I appreciate it. And Coin Collector, obviously. Thank you. Here we go. Next up from Image, Star Signs, issue number 1, brand new one. All right, I don't know if any of you out there are into the signs like Taurus and Scorpio and Capricorn. I don't know how many fucking many there are, but I don't like that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. It's never been me. I picked this one up strictly because it was written by Saladin Ahmed. I really like his writing. I think he did a great job on the Miles Morales series from start to finish. I thought it was a phenomenal read. This, though, I went into it thinking it wasn't going to be for me, and it still really wasn't for me. It wasn't bad. Here's some of the artwork. Let's go on, I guess, this page. These are all just the early pages. I try to do some of the earlier pages for you guys. Here's a little bit more. So it's got nice colors, nice detail on it. But the story pretty much really is about the stars and signs. So the constellations basically all disappeared. And people are wondering what's going on with it, what happened to them. And I guess just randomly, our main character was able to get powers, and they're fed off of the star signs. And there's other people that now have powers. I'm already very picky with my superhero books, and sadly, that's why I didn't grab Local Man a few weeks ago when the first issue came out, and everyone said the shit was awesome. And I limit myself to Marvel, like my ongoings. DC, I'm still pretty picky, although I have been reading all the new Dawn of DC stuff. So then I try to keep my superhero books to Marvel and DC. Yes, I'm reading Radiant Black and all that crap too, but outside of that, there's really nothing superhero related that I'm reading. Gave it a shot because it was that, and this seems like it's going to be a type of superhero book that's all based around the different stars and signs. I'm not going to be continuing on with it. I gave it a try. It's not that I didn't like it. The artwork wasn't bad either. It's just really not for me. Let's see. Kaiser, AR, did you pick up Animal Castle? I did not pick up Animal Castle. I am very behind on that. I've only read the first 2 issues. But I really liked those first 2 issues. That was a time where my shop, I believe, didn't really order a lot of the first issue, and then kind of from there didn't really get the rest. They ordered a fucking butt ton of second prints and I think third prints of that first issue, but they didn't really get any extra copies of the other ones then. So that's how I was able to get the first issue. I think it was a second or third print, and then I somehow snagged issue number 2, but that was it. I wasn't able to get the other ones. We will go to... Well, you know what? I'm going to talk about this one next. Almighty, issue number 4. I've been kind of back and forth on this one. I started off reviewing this series saying it really wasn't that good. It was just alright. It was very, very fast paced. There's a lot of stuff that's just quickly in your face. I don't know who any of these characters are. I don't know anything that's happening. And they just went right into it, and they never really told us anything about that. The second issue was kind of the exact same way, just very fast-paced. These people are still after them, except you got to see our 2 main characters, what was it, Fail and Dell, I think? Fail and Dell? I know Fail for sure. I think the other character is Dell. You saw them kind of grow their relationship a little bit more. They still don't really know each other, but they're stuck on this journey together. I think it's Fail that's trying to save Dell. Yeah, Fail's trying to save Dell, and, you know, then some stuff happens that leads us to where we are now in the series, where Dell is kind of taking care of Fail. They're in the Zone 1. It's allegedly a really horrible zone to be in, and I've just kind of been on the fence with the series. Like, you know, I'll just keep giving one more issue a try and see where it goes. I actually really like this issue, and I think the series has consistently gotten better. While we haven't gotten a lot of info yet about basically... literally anything, the world, these characters, the characters that are after them, the other kind of militia, and now we've got monsters in this zone. We just don't know what any of the stuff is, but I like what's being presented to us. I think they're doing a good job with it. I think the artwork is really well done, and I know I have complained about the artwork, and I'm going to bring that up again, specifically like this. So there's the monster, and I thought the monster was cool. It's actually extremely hard to tell on camera, but it's a little blurry. What the artist does a lot in this series, and let me see if I can find another panel. This might be a little bit easier to tell. The monster right there, can you guys see that? Where it doesn't really look blurry though. Where he says play, it's a little blurred out. Every time that a character is doing some sort of heavy motion, they kind of indicate it through the artwork that that character is moving. That character is in motion. So it's a little blurry. And I think it was the last issue or the issue before that, they had a lot of blurred panels on there. I think it was the last issue. And that was a massive turn off to me. I didn't really like it. I think when it's done sporadically, it's fine. But I was complaining. I was saying, I don't know if it's just my eyes. And, you know, after the whole story I told you earlier, you know, they bug me a lot with some of the shit that I do. So it was kind of more of an annoying, it was kind of more annoying to read it. This issue, they didn't really do that too often. It was very sporadic, just like I was hoping it would be, and I think they did a good job with it. I forgot about this creepy bastard that was in it too. Very creepy character. And it's It really is like that. I think this series has just consistently gotten better, and I like what they've done with it. Same thing with this issue. They're adding more and more stuff to the story. Like now we've got the monsters, this other kind of creepy group, and same as before, we just don't know anything about it. But I am going to continue on with the series now. KO, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well today. Man, we had a lot of stuff going on in live chat this evening, my friend. I saw you post a thing that you got to meet James Tynion earlier. I hope that was awesome, bud. Next up, we're going to be doing Radiant Black. This is, what was it, 24? Yeah, issue number 24. This is cover A. Did I say that for... I don't know if I said that for any other book today. This is cover A. I think everything I have is cover A today. Almighty's cover A, Star Signs, Lamentation. No, this is actually cover B. This is cover B for Hairball. I just thought about that. I was like, wait, hold on. I didn't do anything like that today. Hey, what's going on, Dad? And my mom's watching. What's up, guys? But we are on to Radiant Black number 24. The series has gotten a lot better. I thought this issue, a lot of shit was going to pop off, but I also kind of forgot that they went back into existence in this issue. So if you can recall from maybe around like 12, 13, one of those issues around there, they went into existence because I think it was Nathan who's trying to save Marshall. I always mix those characters up for whatever reason. Let's see if it's right here. Let's see. Hello, Nathan. Which one's which? Either way, one of them was trying to save the other one, and they had the radiant suit. They had to go into existence to try to save their friend, the one that was in the hospital. I think that was Nathan. And now they're trying to fix their radiant suits because there's been a lot of problems with them over the last couple of issues. So now they're back into existence. They're trying to save the suit. But man, the artwork in this issue was fucking killer. It was so good. Look at this artwork. Existence is so trippy. It's got all these colors. It looks like a Spencer's. If you guys have ever been into a Spencer's where everything is just like, they got the glow lights everywhere. They got the black lights. They got all these random neon colors going on. It's what the entire issue was, and it was awesome. I loved reading this issue. I love when they go into existence. We had a lot of action. We had a lot of other really cool stuff going on in this one. Oh, man, check out like another one. The only difference was now this time when they went into existence, it was both of them together, Nathan and Marshall, trying to save the Radiant suit. They're trying to bring back the Colossal, the big-ass Radiant that they used to talk to all the time because something happened to him or them, whatever the hell they are. And yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in this issue. Overall, the series has gotten a lot better. Let's see. Oh, you got the blacklight cover. My shop didn't have that one. I was looking forward to that one. I think I actually grabbed the black. Oh, did Radiant Black do a blacklight issue for the last one? There was an issue I got from some series that was a blacklight one. And I was really pumped that I snagged it. I feel like Radiant's in my blind spot. Never got into it. And I feel like there's too much to catch up. There's way too much. At this point, if you're not reading Radiant Black, trade paperback, hardcover, they're eventually obviously going to do a hardcover because there's 24 issues of this. They've got Radiant Pink, they've got Radiant Red, they've got all these other Radiant series going on in this Massiverse that they are going to do some sort of deluxes. And when they do come out, I'm 100% going to be getting them. And speaking of that, I don't know if you guys got your Department of Truth deluxe hardcover, but I'll tell you what, I got one. I'm so excited for it to come in. I don't know if Joel is watching tonight, or Joel L. I always feel bad saying I say Joel, but it's Joel L. But he got one too. He messaged me about it. And I was like, ooh, I'm glad you got one too, buddy. Let's see. What else did I miss? Went to New York City today. Oh, and to see a play. Man, you're always doing some fun shit, KO. Always doing some fun stuff. Yeah, Pedro, 100% is way too much at this point for Radiant Black. Department of Truth is an absolute banger. I think it's 17 issues in the volume 1 of the deluxe. Let's see. All right. Now, finally, this is the last one from... this is the last book I got this week. We got F This Place. It's actually, I hate this place, but I always get the explicit variants. So F This Place, issue number 8, I believe. Issue number 8, I think this is cover A. I don't think Image. No, it's it's obviously not cover. It's the explicit variant. I just said that. But this series has really taken a different turn. I'm not 100% how I feel about it. I loved when they were just on the farm. There was the ghost. It's crazy. It was like such a simple plot because I don't think this is going to be an ongoing series. But it's like such a simple plot. We got this couple, they're on a farm. They can't leave since they've already been there. They're established, and there's all these ghosts. They can't go out at night. You don't go into the forest. We got the Horned Man. There was a lot of stuff going on in that series that easily, assuming it's like a 10 or 12 issue series, easily could have filled it up until that point. We got a brand new arc, and I actually thought it was a really good start to the brand new arc because now we got the one girlfriend's dad coming into the mix. He's like this cult leader. That's why she abandoned him in the cult. He brought his lackeys with him, and now they're on the farm, and it's a religious cult. They got to see the ghosts, and they think it's some sort of religious event. It all made sense. It was all good. And just like Kevin O'Shea just said with the time travel, I didn't even remember them jumping into a portal in the last issue, but I guess they jumped into a portal, and now they're in the future. Well, one of them's in the future, and she finds out that she is like the cause of the end of the world. I wasn't sold on it. It was still a well-written issue, but I'm not so sure about the direction of the story itself. I want to hear your opinions on this one too. Because this has been a series that I've always been hyping up. I've loved every one of these issues. Let me show you some of the artwork. I think I've showed you artwork for the rest of them. Here's some of the artwork for this one. I like the art. I always compare it to the Basket Full of Heads from DC's horror shit from a few years ago, the Joe Hill House stuff. Let me get another page. There we go. The dad made it through the portal as well. So that's what the whole issue was them being in that portal, and then some other things happened from there. I don't want to ruin it too much for you, but the moral of the story is I'm not 100% sold on the time travel, jumping into the portal, finding out that one of them was the cause of the end of the world. Let's see. Kevin, are you reading Door to Door Night by Night? I read the first issue. That was the only one I saw pop up in my shop. I always talk about how I'm always surprised when I see some of these smaller indie publishers when the books get there. Because I think this week my shop had like a quarter of a long box of books that went on to the new comic book day shelves. They're really cutting it back. They're really cutting back new comic book day books. I can't blame them. There's not too many good books anymore. The indies are obviously killing it, but when you're looking into it in the grand scheme of things, maybe they buy 2 copies of every new series. Is every new series going to sell? I respect them looking at it from a business perspective. It just sucks from the reader's perspective. So to answer your question, I haven't kept up with it, but I did really enjoy the first issue. I wasn't sure what I was getting into, but I liked it. Time travel is always 50-50. See, that's the thing is I mean, you just said 50-50, but that is exactly how I feel. Time travel, cosmic stuff, space, it's always a hit or miss for me. It's usually not, oh, it's all right, I'll see where it goes. It's usually I either love it or I don't like it at all, and I don't want to continue on with it. And this one, we're 8 issues deep, and I'm kind of leaning towards, I wasn't sold on this, but they are back at the ranch by the end of the issue. So at least it was just kind of a one-off random thing that they did, so I can think of it that way. Still need to read the last issue of this. Excited, but I've been slow on my reading newer titles. It happens, man. There's a bunch of books out. Even if the indies are really good, most customers come for the Marvel and DC. Yep, that is very true. I actually think my shop said, so for you DC fans, I think my shop's been saying DC has been killing it lately. As far as sales go, they have been the big sellers. Marvel hasn't really been selling much. They sell out for the most part on a lot of the indies, mainly because they only get a few copies now instead of a stack of them. But I think they're selling out of them for the most part too, which is really cool. But I think if I can remember what the shelf looked like when I grabbed my books, I think DC had a lot there, but I mean, they said DC's been selling a lot. I think Marvel was the most that's been just chilling. Love the sci-fi space stuff, but hate time travel. To each their own. All right, folks. those are all the books. And you know what time it is? We are going to be ranking them. This should be good. Hey, there we go. Kevin O'Shea, that's exactly the way to describe it. Marvel just keeps putting out crap. Too much crap. Let's see. I'm excited for Gavin Smith taking over the art on TMNT and Armageddon Game concluding. Oh, I can only imagine people are excited for Armageddon Game to conclude. I feel like that's been going on for a long time now. Like months. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels that way. See, that's the thing, Mr. Negative. So let me go through this list super quick again with you guys. So I read Shazam, Peacemaker from DC, Where Monsters Lie, and then Junk Rabbit. Did I talk about Junk Rabbit? Oh, I didn't talk about Junk Rabbit. I read that one. Wait, did I? I don't think I did. But there it is. Junk Rabbit. Issue number 2. Junk Rabbit was awesome. I love this book so far. I love the idea of it. I love the artwork for it. And I think the coolest thing about it, I want to get his name right. Jimmy Robinson. This dude did the story himself. He did the artwork. This whole book is Jimmy Robinson. At least Robinsons. Jimmy Robinsons. I just wanted to make sure I said his name right. Dr. Cosmos, peace out, man. Have a good night at work, buddy. Or day. It's night for you. So have a good night at work. But this one, fantastic follow-up to that first issue. The first issue, it was kind of more of the myth of the Junk Rabbit, just, chilling out in this wasteland of junk and trash. He's like this protector. He's the watcher of all the citizens when bad shit starts to go down. And then when they moved into the second issue, then our main guy, I don't want to call him a bad guy, but I'm sure he is a bad guy. Like the head guy that's living in the dome, he's sending out all of his people. He's sending out the military. He's sending out his kind of militia, and he wants this Junk Rabbit. Whether it's the real one or not, he wants a Junk Rabbit to put it down. This one, he's got all these people coming after the Junk Rabbit, and you see a lot of action in this one. We got a little bit more of a story on the Junk Rabbit and kind of seeing, I don't think they show who the Junk Rabbit is, but you get a good idea of who it is. I just don't think they actually explicitly showed you. I don't think the rabbit is who they want us to believe it is. See, I kind of think that's why I'm saying Dynamite. It's like they kind of insinuate who it is, but I'm not exactly sure that's who it's going to be. I feel like there's a lot of Junk Rabbits. But either way, a lot of really cool action. I love, man. So you see that kind of scythe thing that the Junk Rabbit has? They show all of it. This Junk Rabbit is hacking up people, and it was a lot of fun. Very, very solid second issue. I loved it, and I highly recommend checking out that series. All right. Now you know what time it is. Now it's time for the tier... what was I going to say? Tier list? Tier maker? Whatever the hell it is. It's time for it. All right. We're going to do it kind of like I did. They do Dynamite. They get brutal. Kevin O'Shea says Peacemaker was your number 1 this week. It read just like the TV show. Oh, I definitely got to watch the TV show then. If you guys just tuned in, I just picked up I just got HBO Max like a few months ago. So I say a few months ago and you're like, damn, man, you could have watched it by now. I know, I got to hop on it. But while I start to do this, I want to know what everybody's top read of the week was. I know Kevin O'Shea just said Peacemaker. I'm pretty positive John said earlier it was Shazam. Definitely said it was Shazam. I want to know what your top read was while I prep this list. I think I'm going to be doing it probably the same way. Got to do the intro dance if you do. I've seen videos of it. I've seen one of my buddies on Instagram. He always does cosplay shit. He changed his name. I think it's Harrison Family. I'll see if I can bring it up. Harris Family Hobbies. Let's see if I can bring his video up real quick. He did a good job with it. I actually don't want to play the music. Oh shit, I don't know if I should play the music. I might get hit with a fucking copyright. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. I've already got too many copyright strikes for music and some other bullshit. All right. So let's see. We got Piston Fan, TMNT Usagi. Oh man, everyone keeps hyping up Lovesick. Definitely top read of the week, and it wasn't published this week. I think it's next week it comes out. TMNT Power Rangers, Mr. Negative. So I did get that. I was talking about that in the Tuesday video. I've been getting all of them. I haven't read them yet. I like to sit down and read these all at once. All right. Batman Joker Deadly Duo. I've been hearing great things about that one. Haven't picked your books up yet? Got you. It makes a lot of sense. It's not even Black Cat. It looks like Jared Leto. Who looks like... Oh, what, on Hairball? Or if I'm missing something from Peacemaker. But either way. All right, so we're going to do DC first. We're going to get these out of the way. Actually, no, we're going to get Marvel out of the way first. Moon Knight was actually a good read. Was it a great read? No. The artwork was very good. We're going to be going strong with a B. I think a B is a great one for this issue because the artwork really held on. There's a ton of action, but just like the last issue, not a lot of plot moving forward. Dylan's character is still abysmal in my opinion. Let me show you again. Dude just looks like this like emo teenager that's just not having it. There he is. Little knockoff Spider-Gwen right there. So I think B is very well deserved for this one. I want them to do a little bit more, but just because it's a B doesn't mean I didn't like it, not like it. It was a good read. Not great, just a good read. And then we're going to move into what was it? I got one from Oni Press. Lamentation. Lamentation is a little tough. I think Lamentation was good. I felt like I got my money's worth, although I'm really disappointed that it was a $7 book. Let me take a quick peek at it again. I think the premise was fine too. It's not the typical Cullen Bunn horror that I'm really used to. I'm interested to see where they go with it. But I think with all that being said, this first issue, I think it's going to have to get a C. I went through the entire issue, not really happy, not really excited, not really sad about it either, or upset. I just kind of read it and then closed the book and was like, okay, that was it. I spent $7 on this book. Not the Cullen Bunn horror that I'm used to. Premise is fine. Will I continue on to the next issue? If it's $7, absolutely not. Well, I'll take a peek assuming it shows up at the shop. If it shows up, cool. If it doesn't, cool. It is what it is. And then we got Monomyth, which is really crazy. So I got done talking about Monomyth, that that genre of a story, magic, wizards, fantasy, shit like that. It's really not my cup of tea. Not really something that I'm really that into. I tend to not like a lot of those books. I tend to skip them. What I just read Stoneheart lately from Emma Kubert. I didn't like that one at all. I skipped out after the first issue. I skipped out on the next one. Once in Future. I'm not even sure if I actually finished reading Once in Future. I know I bought the hardcover. I don't think I actually finished that one. The one from DC, Dark Knights of Steel, I read those first few issues. Same thing. I actually enjoyed it. The artwork was fine, but type of story, just, it is what it is. It was just okay. With all that being said, the artwork was phenomenal. I'm going to show you the artwork again one more time. Hopefully you can see it in that little screen right there. It was gruesome. It was brutal. The coloring, the details, the lining, the darkness, the grittiness, it was phenomenal art. Honestly, in my opinion, this was probably the best art of the week that I grabbed. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But because of the story, we'll see where it goes. I like the cliffhanger that we got it left on. I'm also going to put that one at a C. Just because I hype up the artwork the entire time, you got to think about the story as well. It didn't land with me. Like the cliffhanger. Kind of like the lead up to it. Same thing. My shop gets the next issue. Cool. If they don't, it is what it is. Hot Mustard Gas, didn't pick up your books yet for the week. Well, I hope you can grab them. Well, maybe free comic book day, you'll pick them all up. And we'll move on to... We'll do Dark Horse next. The first one from Dark Horse was Where Monsters Lie. Where Monsters Lie is a great series. I'm really disappointed that it technically ended. Even though it didn't end, we got left on a cliffhanger, took a totally different twist to the story. I still love that the serial killers were still fighting people in this one. They were still trying to survive. Very brutal final issue, but they still really progressed the story. No doubt in my mind, that's an A. That was a great read. That's a great series. I really recommend you guys check this one out, especially if you're a horror fan. If I had the physical copy in front of me, I would show the artwork off to you guys. Awesome. Free comic book day comes. I'm getting some graphic novels. Oh, man, that's the best time to do it. Always having sales on free comic book day. Next up, I'm going to do Survival next. Survival was a fine read. I enjoyed it. I liked the artwork. I liked the expressions on the characters. I thought the plot was good too. I kind of like how they're these kind of militia cannibals. We didn't get a whole lot of info, but we did get a lot of action. We got a nice intro to all the characters as well. We got their background stories. And this first issue really laid the groundwork on the actual, series itself, where it's going to be going. It's just the whole kind of villain right now is up in the air. We don't really know anything about that. But I really liked it. I'm definitely going to continue on with this one, assuming I find it. I'm going to put this one in at a B, though. Liked it a lot more than Moon Knight. Was it an A? I think if the artwork was better, it would have been an A. But I felt as though the artwork was a tad bit lacking, but not bad by any means, but just compared to some other things. Then the last one from Dark Horse this week, we got Hairball. I'm always going to bitch about that $5.99 price tag. That's what I'm always, it's an expensive comic compared to other ones. Does it justify the price? It feels like an oversized issue. I love the paper quality. It feels like a nice book in your hands. Now, as far as the story goes, the artwork, it's simple. The story, it's simple. The dialogue, there's not a whole hell of a lot. But I really like what they're building towards. This cat is creepy, it's mysterious, and everywhere this cat goes, something bad is happening. Something evil is going on. The first issue, the cat, bit somebody and these worms crawled out of her arm, or there was these weird worm things. I want to know more about what's going on in this series. So for all of that, I'm putting up cover A if you're looking at it right now. It's the one on the far left. But for those reasons, I'm putting it in at a B as well. We're getting a lot of Bs right now. But there's not a whole lot of stuff. Actually, you know what? That's tough. I'm putting it at the top list of the B right now. It's good. I'm a big fan of horror too. I just wish I learned a little bit more. But at the same time, every time I'm done with the issue, I want the next issue. Hairball definitely gives off creepy vibes. And they're doing a good job with the creepiness. Down goes a light. That's crazy. These lights die so damn fast. Let me get this next one going. Hold on, folks. I need fucking lights. What the fuck? What the fuck? There we go. Oh, what the hell? It's not even working. Oh, I think the light itself died. That's a fresh battery I put in. Yeah, I think the light itself just died. All right, we're gonna keep going on this one, despite the light. All right, what we got next? I was on Dark Horse. We're gonna do Image next. All right, so the first one I'm going to talk about from Image is going to be Junk Rabbit. Use a backlight. Well, we can turn this one up a little bit more. Although this one's probably close to death. Actually, it's not even close to death at all. Wonder why. There you go. That a little bit better? Nah, it's not better at all. That's okay. There you go. Oh, clonked that too. All right. Technical difficulties. All right. So from Image next, we're going to be doing Junk Rabbit. Junk Rabbit number 2 was awesome. I absolutely loved it. They did a killer job on it. I love the story. And by they, I mean Jimmy Robinson's. The dude did the entire series himself. He's killing it. The artwork, the storytelling, the ominous feel in it right now, the brutality from the Junk Rabbit itself. It's an A-tier book. This is an A. I love it. They're doing such an awesome job with it. And this is a series I really highly recommend checking out, honestly. And then we've got Star Signs. Oh, this one's going to suck. I feel bad for Star Signs. I like Saladin Ahmed. I really do. I think Saladin Ahmed does such a great job. But Star Signs, I'm going to have to put this one at a D. I just didn't really like it. It's not for me. I don't care about the signs. I don't care about constellations. If you're a Libra, if you're a fucking Scorpio, none of that matters to me. It's another superhero book. So superhero book with the superpowers coming from the signs of the universe. It's going to be a no for me, dog. And then we've got Almighty up next. Astrology is just not my thing. I don't care about it. Almighty's a fun read. Almighty has gotten a lot better. Is it still great? No. But I think the thing with Almighty to me is that while we don't know anything about anything just yet, we have slowly progressed the plot a little bit more, and we have learned more things. Do we know a lot yet? No. But I think they're getting there. The story, it still is intriguing to me. I want to know who these characters are, why they're on the run, why she was originally kidnapped to begin with, what's going on in the world. There's a lot of stuff that just I need answers to. I think it's a solid B. I think it's a low-end B, though. It's still... I'd still, like, at any point I could drop this series. I mean, even at this point, I feel like if my shop doesn't get the next issue, it'll be one of those like, damn, 5th issue? I might try to find it, but at the same time, if I forget about it, it is what it is. And now we've got Radiant Black. Radiant Black number 24 was an awesome issue. I loved the colors. I loved the artwork. I loved what happened in the actual issue. They're back in existence. They're fighting to figure out. They're fighting to save the Radiant suit. They're saving the Colossal Radiant. I love that issue when they were in existence the first time. I'm gonna put this one in. I'm gonna put this one in at a low A. Yeah. This one gets an A. This one gets an A. This one was worth it. The last one from Image this week, we've got not Where Monsters Lie. We've got I Hate This Place, issue number 8. I absolutely am enjoying this series. I think they've done a great job with it so far. I'm a horror fan. I love the small little bits of comedy that they've thrown into the series. I really like the artwork as well. This issue, though, it didn't really do it for me. I didn't think the issue was that... I didn't like the time travel of the issue. And that was a big part of the issue. I liked the rest of it when they were back on the ranch. I like the concept to an extent. But overall, the way the plot just went in this one, it kind of threw me off a little bit. So I'm going to put this one in at a low B. Still a great series, still great characters, the dialogue going back and forth, the ghosts, the horned man, or the horned, whatever they call him. I think it's a horned man. Still very cool, mysterious, but like I said, time travel just didn't do it. It's a direction that I wish they wouldn't have taken. And now we've moved on to the final 2 books for DC. First one is going to be Shazam. Shazam was awesome. I loved the artwork. I loved how they made this very new reader friendly. I feel like I learned a lot about Shazam. I know who this character is. I know who Billy Batson is. I know what his powers are. I know how he got his powers. I know where he stays. I know what his life is at home. I feel very just knowledgeable on Shazam after this first issue. And as I said earlier, if you are new to DC, you're new to some of these characters, this was a very new reader-friendly issue, just like a lot of the other Dawn of DC. And for those reasons, I'm putting it in at number A, right after Radiant Black. Very excellent read. Now we're down to Peacemaker. Peacemaker was no doubt in my mind the best read of the week. It was awesome. And I was thinking that Junkyard Rabbit number 2 was going to be the top read of the week. But it's not. Because Peacemaker is an absolute fucking S tier. This was a great first issue. I have not seen the show, so I can't speak on that behalf. I loved the humor that was in this first issue. I loved the artwork. I loved the action. I loved how brutal he was. I loved his character in this book. I'm saying, I talked about earlier, there was a few times in this issue that I actually smiled. I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, that's funny. Like, this is a good read. The dialogue between them all, how everybody seems to hate Peacemaker, and he's just oblivious to everything. He gets this dog, and now he's obsessed with this dog. When he was dealing with the terrorists, there were so many different interactions in this one. When you got to see Waller calling him, and then he was asking about the Suicide Squad. He's trying to invite people to his party, and everyone's just like, no, I don't want to deal with him. The dude, Peacemaker's talking about, what was it, eating like a bucket of shit if it means that he can bring peace to the world in the beginning of the issue. It was a great issue. It was a really fun read. And there's not a lot of times where I tell myself, like, I'll reread that. I would reread Peacemaker. And that might be the first time that I have ever said that, I think, on this channel, that I would reread this comic. I have no problem right now, like, after this stream, opening it back up because I read it digitally and rereading it again. It was great. Oh, yeah. Kevin O'Shea, I'm definitely going to check it out. DC box outside. DC has been on fire. But that is everything. Let me see real quick. Let me know what you think about this list. Let me know your top reads, which reads you didn't like this week. I'm going to see if I can, well, let me bring up, the solo, and then, oh shit, Junkrabbit's still on too. I'm going to see if I can run this giveaway. It says it's like right here. It literally says create a giveaway by clicking on add giveaway. I know I'm not that stupid to, like, completely not see it. So, I don't know. See, that's support. Here, what of, all right. How do you guys feel about this? Because I know a lot of you guys tune in anyway. I don't want to waste your time on this. I know I said at the end of the stream I would do a giveaway. I am 100% going to give that away. But I want to have a giveaway set up for you guys. And then I can, if it's cool, I'll run it at the start of Tuesday's live stream. I'll have a giveaway actually set up. I'll have it set for everybody, and then whoever joins it. But I don't want to waste your time trying to figure this shit out. I don't know Streamlabs very well. So yeah, tune in for that. If you guys are just tuning in though, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to show you guys one more time real quick. Thanks to Coin Collector, he made a hell of a donation. Bummer, you'll be at work. Well, shit. Oh, there's editor. Yeah, it says it's like... Add giveaway. It literally says there's a fucking thing that says add giveaway. Let's see if this does anything. Maybe it's talking about PC? Does anyone know Streamlabs very well? Yeah, but if I add them, what am I like adding? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Just do that. We're going to do that. Let me bring up a giveaway picker. All right, here we go, everybody. I got a giveaway picker. All right. Let's bring up this screen again. Is this it? All right. Yeah, we're just gonna be adding people. What Hulk run is that, dude? This is Folio Society. It's a reprint of older Hulk stuff, and it is really awesome. And this is what I'm gonna be giving away to you guys. Check it out online too. You can really look into it. But I'm going to just try to add everybody's names. Let me throw me in the other corner. So let's see. Let me just kind of go down the list. Dino. If I spell your name wrong too, I'm sorry. Dynamite. Let's see. JW Storytelling. I see you. The box. Box outside. K bar. I'm just kind of, as soon when I see names coming in, I'm just kind of adding them. Real Rude 6. So if I don't see you, Ideal City, just kind of like put your name again and say like, hey dude, you fucking missed me. See John Dayton, Spitz, Cough. How the hell do you spell that? There you go. I think that's right. Don Johnson, I see you. Pedro Morales, Steven. KO. Piston Fan. Dante's, there we go. Don, where the hell is that? Dante's Game Room. Who else did I miss? Comment if I missed you. Did I put Kaiser on there? I don't think so. Nope, didn't get Kaiser. Oh yeah, Kevin. Oh, Shay. Here we go. Louis Corona. Texas Snake. Dream Eater, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a minute. Julian Garcia. All right, who else we got? I'm going to run this soon. Looks like there's 21 entries. Let me know if I missed you. If you want in or not. Put the like number in the comments, Eric and Rio. No, I got this going. This will be fine. I just don't want to miss anybody that wants to be in it. Hey, no problem. Yeah, you said you're gonna be at work. You're always in these streams, man. I don't wanna just, somebody not get in that should be in. I'm trying to see if I missed Dr. Cosmos Lab, Mr. Negative. Dr. Cosmos, whatever. Should have no more than 42. That's what I'm saying. I have Steven Airman. I think I added him. All right, cool. All right, I'm about to run this. Unless if somebody comments. Wait, Hot Mustard Gas. Wait, Link 697. I added you, right, Hot Mustard Gas? I think I did. All right. Yeah, I'm going to... thank you, Link. I appreciate that. All right, Comic Collector. Or is it... No, it's Coin Collector. I think. And Taffer. Taffer's always in here anyway. Hot Mustard Gas. All right. Yeah, I was going to say, he's the dude that he donated anyway. That'd be wild if he won. I think that's it. I'm going to run this. Yeah, Taffer's always in the chat. It's awesome you just popped in. I'm going to be running a giveaway, buddy, for this Hulk. Yeah, it's a Folio Society. Let me show you guys one more time. It's like... I don't know if it's actually a reprint of OG stuff, but it's reprinted on the OG paper. I don't want to open it too much because this book is very new. So it's like all OG style paper. It's not the original paper, but it looks like it. There's that, and then it's a reprint in here of Hulk issue number 1. Same thing. It's on that same style of paper. But yeah, if I don't have any more names popping in, I'm just going to do this. And then, all right, I'm going to run it. You don't want to, anybody who doesn't put their name in, no whammies. And we are clicking to spin right now. All right, good luck, everybody. Ooh. Whoa, my man. Link 697. All right, Link. Reach out to me on Link. Assuming you're still in here, buddy. Hopefully, you're still in here. Do you have Instagram? Yeah, congratulations, buddy. Seriously. I'm hoping he's in here. Worst case scenario, I'm going to pin him on the pinned comment when I end the stream. All right, Link, email me. You do have Instagram? Hit me up on Instagram, just ARCOMICS. It's the same icon. Hit me up on Instagram, and I can get your info, and I'll send the book out to you, buddy. But that's it, folks. Hell of a stream, hell of a time, hell of a new comic book day. Hope you guys all had a blast reviewing these books with me. Had a lot of really good stuff come out this week. Everybody, chat, thank you all so much. Love you guys. This was an awesome time, as always. I love doing this stuff. I love talking these comics with you all. It's always a good time, man. Hope you guys all had a great new comic book day. Hope you were able to get all of your books. Stay safe. Have a fucking awesome free comic book day. Go check out your LCS. There's a ton of great stuff coming out. Let me know what you guys got. I've got my community Discord pinned as the comment. Go join that. There's like 40 people in there now. We're always talking comics and some good stuff. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Link, hit me up on Instagram and I can get this book out to you. Stay safe, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy whatever the hell you do. Hopefully it's nice out wherever you are. Have a great weekend. Let me know if you're going to be going to that comic show over the weekend, the Revolution Festival, wherever the hell it's called. But seriously, stay safe, everybody. Have a great time. Tell your family you love them, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.